Hello and welcome to another episode of Visiting Professionals. I'm your host, Austin Slebaugh, and today I'm visiting with Paxahau's very own videographer, Jeff Tabb.
Hey Austin, welcome Paxahau.
Thanks for having me. Stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of great stuff coming up.
Hi, my name is Austin Slebaugh. I'm a student at Open University. Most of my time is spent on campus in class, but when I'm not hitting the books, I'm visiting professionals. On this episode of Visiting Professionals, I take a trip to Paxahau, a boutique production company that produces events such as Movement Electronic Music Festival and many more around the city of Detroit. Today, I'm visiting with Jeff Tabb, Paxahau's very own in-house video producer. Jeff was kind enough to show us what he does day in and day out here at the office.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey Austin, welcome to Paxahau, man.
You want to show me around?
Yeah, dude, come on. So I want to show you this. This is cool. It's the Spirit of Detroit Award. It's given to the festival by the city of Detroit. They named the week leading into movement Techno Week.
Okay.
So it's like the city really recognizes the event. And then there's this right here. This is the Testimonial Resolution. It's another huge award from the Detroit City Council for Paxahau.
You guys got a lot of awards and recognition here from the city.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Here, come here. I want to show you this.
All right.
So here we are, man. This is my office. Right now I got After Effects and Premiere pulled up. In After Effects I have a little title sequence I was working on for last year's festival, promoting all the names of the different artists that are playing per day. You know, I kind of have like some of these names on the screen that kind of flash through.
Yeah, how do you make all that stuff happen?
Well, we have a certain font that we use, and then I kind of have like this in the background here. It's kind of a bunch of aerial footage, but this like kind of grid type thing going on here with the the colors of our festival. So it kind of gives it like a feel, like you see the colors, you see this text, you already know it's movement.
Jeff, how long does it take to really put together this simple video you got going on?
Well, this video took about a week to do. There's about 120 different artists, so you have to make sure they're all spelled correctly. The durations are correct. This video, it's a 3-day festival, so it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It kind of goes chronological in this edit. It took me a while to figure out the style of these kind of blocks moving in the background. A lot of trial and error, getting this project came a long way from what it originally started. With something like this, I know that I have to have a video go out that literally says the names of the artists. So I think, what would I like to see that would make me want to go to it? So I'd start to tamper around, experiment with different effects and different styles and stuff like that until I get something that's presentable. You got to remember that this video isn't for me. This is for other people. So as much as I think it needs to be a certain way, that's just my, it's not for me. It's for everyone else.
Jeff, I see you got a lot going on over there. What's all that about?
This is my modular video. I kind of use this to make some weird stuff. I kind of like the whole, SD standard definition kind of look. So this is a way to play with electricity and make some really weird stuff.
You care if I play with some electricity?
No, man, let's do it.
Right on.
Yeah, here, Austin, turn this LFO right here.
Whoa, look at all that movement.
So this is something I captured the other day. There's an upcoming show, and I wanted to promote for it in a kind of weird way. So what I did is I made this on here, recorded it, sent it into After Effects, and what I did was I duplicated and mirrored the footage so that it's twice as big.
Okay.
And then from there, I put the music from the artist that I'm trying to promote for. So I used his music, and then I put our graphic in there. So this is something that we post on our social media.
It's crazy how you can take electricity here, put it there, take it here, edit it, throw the music on there, and now you just have a whole entire promotion that you can put on social media.
Yeah, man, and not many people are doing it, so it really sets us apart. This is kind of like old technology, but it's being revisited and perfected, and really cool results.
Coming up after the break, our tour continues, and I sit down with Jeff as I ask him some important questions about his career. When Visiting Professionals continues.
OUTV, Channel 41, OUTV, Channel 41, OUTV, Channel 41, on and poppin'. OUTV, Channel 41, OUTV, Channel 41, OUTV, Channel 41. OUTV, Oakland University Television is here to provide you educational, engaging, and entertaining content. Catch OUTV live on Comcast Channel 41 or on the internet at oakland.edu/OUTV. OUTV, it's on and poppin'.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to Visiting Professionals. Today I'm visiting with video producer and editor Jeff Tabb. Before I sat down with Jeff, I was able to talk with Jason Clark, the brand manager of Paxahau, about what Jeff brings to the table.
Jason, what does Jeff bring to the team here at Paxahau?
Well, he brings a creative vision that is kind of unlike what anyone else here has. He's like a BMX kind of guy, so he's really physically active and just really excited about life in general. And he kind of represents youth culture to us, which is it is what we deal with pretty much. The festival especially is age 18 to 25 is kind of our main demographic. I mean, we just kind of let him do whatever creative ideas he has, and he has a really positive attitude, and everyone loves him.
Jeff, I just want to start off, thank you for having me down here at Paxahau. This is an amazing place you got here. You're right next to Detroit Tigers' old stadium, too. I just want to get to know you a little bit more. Are you from around the Detroit area? Did you grow up here?
Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs, moved here like 6 or 7 years ago.
Gotcha. Now, how did you get involved with cameras and all that? I heard you went to college for creative studies?
Yeah, so I started getting into cameras because I grew up riding BMX bikes.
Okay.
And I would always film my friends when I was hurt or whatever. And then it kind of became like, oh, I was like the guy with the camera.
Yeah.
and it just kind of kept going from there.
Gotcha. Now, going into how you got involved with cameras and all that, did you get a lot of what you do now? Did you learn from starting out with BMX and using a camera, or did you learn a lot at college for creative studies?
I mean, I kind of developed my style from BMX riding, but a lot of filmmakers, you know, started with skateboarding or BMX or some kind of thing, you know, just, I didn't want to make videos, but it was part of the sport, you know.
All right, so Jeff, you work for Paxahau, who produces the Movement Music Festival here down in Detroit. How did you first get involved with all that?
I think it was probably because of like Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Nintendo?
Yeah.
How?
I really liked the music that was in it.
Okay.
Which is kind of like, it's like digital music, it's electronic. My love for music kind of like shaped my life in a way.
Okay.
So I searching my whole life for like the music that I identify with, and it's techno.
Now, how did this opportunity first present itself to you?
Well, when I moved to Detroit, I didn't know anybody at all. So there was people that I wanted to meet, so I asked them if I could make videos about them. There's this guy, Ernie Guerra, and I thought he was cool, so I was like, hey, can I make a video about you? He works here, so.
Oh, okay, that's a good end.
Yeah.
I know that you put together a lot of demo reels for Movement and just a lot of hype videos and kind of get everybody really excited. Now, when you're doing that, is there something specific that you try and capture when you're at the events, or do you try to focus in on a certain artist?
I try to make people feel like they need to be there at these events, regardless of anything. So, woman, man, black, white, gay, straight, whatever. And then I want to like make them like the music. So trying to edit to a way that I would like, that would make me interested in it, is I try and do it for them.
Okay, I hear
If
you.
that makes sense, I don't know.
Yeah, no, put your feelings into the video.
Yeah.
Get people just as excited as you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I love it. So
Yeah, how many years have you been doing it now?
I think this is like my third year doing stuff with DJs, events, or techno events.
Gotcha. Now, do you do a lot of other events too? What else do you do?
I still make BMX videos here and there, but this is like my full time right now. I do like some corporate stuff here and there.
Now, Jeff, when you're filming at Movement, do you run on your own schedule?
Yeah, it's on my own schedule, but it's cool because they let me be in charge of all the video capture. So I have to hire a crew of my favorite local videographers, and I have a producer, and we work together and assign everybody to where they need to go, just like depending on their skill level or what I think they would enjoy, or the music, the certain artists, like, oh, he would like this artist, you should go film it, you know what I mean? It's really nice actually. And then I make my schedule around filling in the empty gaps with the artists and the crowd.
How important would you say networking really is in this industry and getting to know other people to do other parts of the job that you necessarily can't be at?
I'd say networking is the most important part of this job. I'm a firm believer in fake it till you make it, because it's true. So it's just all about who you know, really.
Jeff, what advice would you give to a student to get to where you're at right now?
I would say to find out what it is you love and combine your powers. So I used to like riding BMX, and then I liked making videos. I ended up becoming the videographer for a bike company. And then with techno, it's like, I love techno and I really love making videos.
What I want to talk about is going through, starting out from when you first started riding BMX all the way to now working Movements Festival. How has equipment changed? I know technology's racing right now.
Well, it was weird because when I was growing up, everything was, tapes. And when it switched to HD, it was really hard for me because I had to change my computer, I had to change my camera. And then at first I bought the wrong camera and I was like, man, but then I got an SLR, which I really like SLRs. Being able to change the focal lengths and all that is really nice. Yeah, you gotta stay current. I like to rent. I don't want to buy a $5,000 camera if I don't have to, so renting is it's a way of life.
So Jeff, aside from Movement Festival, what other projects have you gotten to work on here at Paxahau?
We throw a ton of events, so we throw like 40-something events a year.
Wow.
You know, some of the bigger ones, we do annual holiday party. It's called Blue Ball. It's always a big turnout. It's really fun. You know, I film and make edits of it for, you know, social media, Twitter and whatnot. We also have a big anniversary party every year for Paxahau. This year's gonna be the 19th anniversary, so it's a really big event. We'll do like 2 stages, a place called TV Lounge. And, you know, I'm in charge of filming that and putting out edits for that. Sometimes, you know, we'll just put some out to celebrate, or, you know, it's coming up now at the end of September, or the beginning of September, and so the stuff I filmed last year will be used to promote for this year. So it's, you know, it's really important to have that stuff on social media, because attendance is really what.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how important is social media in creating crowds and making these events happen?
I mean, just, you know, do you ever go on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that? You know, like that's how people find out about these events. So it's super important for these videos to be out there for people to see. Another big event that we do is called the Movement Getaway. It's in Puerto Rico. It's a huge event. It's really sweet to go down there, you know, be in a different environment, a different crowd, and it's a great turnout for that. So.
Jeff, what would you say is really hard about working in this industry? What is some things that have kind of been difficult to overcome?
For me, the most difficult part of this job is definitely right after the festival. So the festival's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That next Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, up until my edit is done, that is intense. Like, I'm in my office, sleeping on my couch, living off coffee, editing 20 hours a day. So it's a lot of work. I mean, my guys, we came up with 13,000 clips this year that I had to watch within a week and edit. So it's a lot of work. So one of the hardest parts is just editing, and I think it's important to state that reaching out is important. You know, I like to think like, oh, I got it, I can do this myself. Like, oh, I can reach out for help, like I can get an assistant. So this is my second year making the edit, and it's a lot of work to do by yourself.
Yeah. So Jeff, now I kind of want to flip things 180 here. Now I want to go from the bad to the good. What's been some of the greatest things that you've been able to do here at Paxahau? What's been some of the highlights?
The highlight for me is definitely the Movement Festival, being able to, you know, assemble a team of, you know, talented videographers, and, you know, getting to direct them and, you know, organize how the capturing of the event goes down. Knowing who's good at what and having them do that task is super important.
Teamwork and understanding your crew really plays a big
because
part.
you know, video's my thing. For, you know, someone else here that doesn't really know videographers and there's, you know, their little special powers, it's good for me to, you know what they're good at and have them do that, so that it matches, the edit matches our vision of what our message we try to send out.
Coming up after the break, my interview with Jeff Tabb concludes as I ask him some more interesting questions about his career. When Visiting Professionals continues.
What's happening, OU? I'm Jake Plotz, and welcome to another episode of Out and About.
Hello, and welcome to Veterans History Project. I'm your host, Sarah.
Welcome back to another episode of Focus on Faculty. I'm your host, Anna Robb.
What up? It's your boy, Dan Gordon. I'm here on the set of the
Welcome
tape.
to another episode of Visiting Professionals. I'm your host, Austin Slayman.
Hey, OU. I'm your host, Rihanna.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Explore OU.
You're
You're watching OUTV Channel 41. OUTV aims to provide informative and professional news packages covering what's happening on and around campus. Tune in each and every day to discover new things and learn more with our educational and engaging content. And if you're looking for highly entertaining and enjoyable programming, you're on the right channel. OUTV, Oakland University's premier cable channel.
Welcome back to Visiting Professionals. Today, I'm at Paxahau, a boutique production company. I'm visiting with in-house video producer Jeff Tabb. Before my interview concludes with Jeff, let's take a look at a commercial Jeff produced for the Movement Detroit Music Festival.
What's a typical day like for you here? What's the first thing that you do when you walk in the door, and what's the last thing that you do before you walk out?
Well, the first thing I do when I walk in the door is, get my machine on, get my laptop going, get everything, up to speed, and then I check with, the media and communications. That's Maureen. I see what we have on the plate, what we need to get out, because everything that we post is pretty scheduled. So we keep a good variety of, our types of posts, whether it's a photo, a video, or just a general announcement. So we keep it nice and spiced up. And then I work with creative director, Jason. He kind of oversees all my work. So, Maureen will say, hey, I need this. And I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do it like that. Send it over my export to creative director. And he's like, what is this? What are you doing? I'm like, okay, let me redo it. So, there's a system that goes on. So I check and I see what's on my plate for the day. I have an idea board, like a whiteboard.
Okay.
I like to write.
Uh-huh.
I like digital stuff,
Gotta
but
put pen on
I need to write. Yeah. So we check with the idea board. I have a graphic designer I work hand in hand with. He's awesome. Makes my work very easy. So we keep an idea board together so that we're on the same page. Physically, like you get something to look at and touch, really helps me. So check the idea board, talk to media communications, and then start editing.
Now, Jeff, I know that you do a lot of hard work editing down here at Paxahau, but now what's a typical day like for you when you're out shooting the festival?
Well, the festival's really intense, so I like to keep like a 9 a.m. call time. So, I'll come down from my hotel and I love coffee, so I'll have a coffee, get to the festival, kind of get my bearings together. Like, there's so many memory cards and batteries. I kind of do a double check to make sure all my batteries are charged, all my media has been dumped, make sure my drives are backed up, and then I like to do walk around. I call it a pro walk. I like to do a pro walk. Just kind of walk around while nobody's there and kind of rethink some angles, some things I might have missed the day before. And then I like to keep my notes on my phone out. So whenever I think like, oh, I think I missed this, I should get this. So I write down a huge list of everything I think I need for my edit that I didn't get. And then after I do my pro walk, I'll have my team will come in. I have a big meeting with them every morning. I always praise them for all their hard work. They're awesome. And then I give them their agenda, send them out, send them free, like pigeons. Go, little filmers. Yeah, I mean, at the festival, it's like, for me, it's like a 16-hour day, from 10 to 2 pretty much is when I'm in there.
So, Jeff, it sounds like there's a lot of that goes into pre-production before you actually go out and shoot.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, your pre-production makes the production that's so much easier. Like, you have to have a solid plan, because if you don't, you're gonna crash and burn. So it's super important to have your agenda laid out and have it known to everybody so everybody's on the same page. And part of that pre-production is keeping everybody together as a whole, because I have 12 people working for me, so if we're all on the same page, it shows. Because if it's not, it's a mess. So you have to have everybody on the same page.
Now, Jeff, what advice would you give to a student that's trying to get in your position now?
So the advice I would give to students is that just be yourself. Like, just do it for yourself, because the person who's going to pay you is going to find you. And just, stay inspired. I get inspired from the simplest things. If it's rain, if it's a chef, if it's music, it's, inspiration for me comes from everywhere. So I'd say, stay inspired. Learn your keyboard shortcuts for your editors. It'll save you so much time. That's like, for editing, that's like #1, because every second you waste adds up over time. Do what feels right. Just do it for yourself. Be yourself. Take chances. I did a lot of work for free, so just take chances. Trust your gut.
Now, I got one last question here for you, Jeff.
Yes.
Is this the best job in the world?
Yeah, it's a great job. I really like it. It doesn't feel like work. I really like the music, so it's like, essentially I'm just trying to get my friends to come to these events with me, like listen to this good music. It's awesome.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Visiting Professionals. I'd like to give a special thanks to Jeff Tabb and Paxahau. Until next time, guys, I'm your host, Austin Slabaugh, signing off.